Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC code P0735 indicates that the vehicle's transmission control module, TCM, has detected an incorrect ratio in fifth gear. This is a critical fault, as it suggests that the vehicle may not be able to shift into or maintain the proper gear ratios during operation. Specifically, this error can lead to poor driving performance, increased fuel consumption, and potential further damage to the transmission system. For Honda CRV models from 2011 to 2016, this issue often arises due to problems with the automatic transmission fluid, ATF, the hydraulic system, or gear component failures. The following troubleshooting guide will help you systematically diagnose and resolve this error. The DTC P0735 refers to a scenario where the fifth gear ratio in the automatic transmission is incorrect. This indicates that the transmission control module, TCM, has recognized a discrepancy between the expected and actual drive ratios during operation. In a Honda CRV, the TCM relies heavily on inputs from various sensors, particularly the input and output shaft speed sensors, to determine gear engagement and performance. The main parts involved include the automatic transmission fluid, ATF pump, which maintains proper hydraulic pressure, and the valve bodies that control gear shifts. To address this issue comprehensively, it's essential to inspect not only the TCM, but also the fluid levels and overall health of the transmission components. The TCM itself is usually located within the vehicle's engine bay or inside the transmission assembly. Several potential causes can lead to the DTC P0735. Firstly, a low level of automatic transmission fluid, ATF, could significantly affect hydraulic pressure, resulting in shifting issues. The ATF needs to be at the appropriate level for the transmission to function correctly. Secondly, a faulty ATF pump can lead to inadequate lubrication and pressure generation within the transmission system, further exacerbating the problems related to gear ratios. Additionally, issues with clutch pressure can arise from stuck shift valves within the hydraulic system, impairing the transmission's ability to shift correctly into fifth gear. Each of these causes needs thorough examination, as they can be interrelated and may not always present themselves as isolated faults. Symptoms associated with the DTC P0735 can significantly affect the vehicle's driving experience. You may notice erratic shifting behavior, meaning that the car may hesitate or fail to engage fifth gear properly. Additionally, there could be a marked decrease in acceleration performance, making it challenging to maintain highway speeds or competitive acceleration in normal driving conditions. Another key symptom is an increase in engine RPMs without corresponding vehicle speed, indicating that the engine is revving higher than expected for the given gear. If these symptoms are noticed, immediate attention is warranted to prevent further damage and ensure safe operation of the vehicle. The first troubleshooting step for DTC P0735 involves inspecting the automatic transmission fluid, ATF. Begin by warming up the engine until it reaches its normal operating temperature, which is usually indicated by the radiator fan activating. Once warmed, check the transmission fluid level. It should be within the specified range noted in the vehicle's manual. An insufficient level can lead to hydraulic issues within the system. Additionally, inspect the area and the underbody for potential ATF leaks that could further contribute to low fluid levels. If any leaks are found, they must be addressed immediately. If all checks pass and the fluid appears appropriate, proceed to drain the ATF through the strainer to check for metallic debris or excessive clutch material, which indicates wear or potential failure of the transmission components. The second step in troubleshooting DTC P0735 is to measure the line pressure of the transmission. This measurement helps determine if the ATF pump is functioning correctly and whether the hydraulic system is generating adequate pressure for proper gear operation. You'll need to compare the measured pressure against the service limit specified in the vehicle repair manual. If the line pressure is within acceptable limits, this indicates that the pump is functioning properly, and you can move on to the next troubleshooting phase. If the line pressure is inadequate, it could be a sign of a faulty ATF pump or regulator valve, necessitating the replacement of the main valve body or potentially the entire transmission. Addressing these faults early is crucial to maintain transmission functionality and vehicle performance. In the third step of troubleshooting DTC P0735, you will need to measure the fifth clutch pressure. This measurement is vital to ensure that the hydraulic system responsible for actuating the clutch is working correctly. Similar to the previous step, you should compare this pressure reading against the service limits found in the repair manual. If the pressure falls within the specified range, then the hydraulic operation is functioning as intended, and you can proceed to the next step. Conversely, if the fifth clutch pressure is below specifications, there may be issues with shift valves A, B, and/or D being stuck. Repairing or replacing the affected components, such as the main valve body or servo body, becomes necessary to restore proper clutch function and prevent further transmission issues. For the fourth troubleshooting step, begin by turning the ignition switch to the on position. Use the Honda Diagnostics System, HDS, to clear the DTC P0735 from the vehicle's memory. After clearing the code, it is essential to test drive the vehicle under specific conditions to verify whether the issue persists. Ensure the vehicle is in fifth gear with the shift lever in the drive D position. Position while maintaining speeds above 7 miles per hour, 12 kilometers per hour, and engine RPMs exceeding 1,000 for at least 12 seconds. Throughout this drive, closely monitor the onboard diagnostics OBD status through the HDS. This process will help determine if the DTC reappears, indicating a persistent issue, or if the system has regained normal operation. The final repair verification step for DTC P0735 involves checking the status of the code on the HDS after your test drive. The HDS will indicate whether the system has passed, failed, or is not completed. If the status shows passed, the diagnostics and repairs are successfully completed, and it's prudent to check for any other pending or confirmed DTCs that may have arisen. If the status shows failed, then it indicates that the issue persists, necessitating further investigation into the connections or sensor integrity. If the HDS indicates not completed, the vehicle may need additional driving conditions to adequately assess system performance. This verification step is crucial for ensuring that all underlying issues have been addressed before considering the transmission system fully operational. To prevent the recurrence of issues related to DTC P0735, implementing a rigorous preventive maintenance routine is essential. Regular changes of the automatic transmission fluid, ATF, is one of the most effective methods to maintain the health of your transmission system. Not only does this keep hydraulic pressures at optimal levels, but it also helps to remove contaminants that can accelerate wear. Furthermore, routinely inspect transmission components, such as the valve bodies and clutch mechanisms, to ensure they are functioning correctly. Lastly, maintaining clean and secure electrical connections will minimize the chances of intermittent sensor failures, which can lead to performance issues. Taking these preventive steps can extend the lifespan of your transmission and ensure better reliability on the road. In conclusion, addressing DTC P0735 requires a systematic approach to ensure that all potential causes are thoroughly investigated and resolved. From checking the automatic transmission fluid level to measuring hydraulic pressures and ultimately verifying repairs, each step plays a critical role in diagnosing the issue effectively. Following these structured troubleshooting steps ensures that you address the underlying problems directly affecting the transmission's performance. Additionally, implementing preventive maintenance routines and regularly monitoring the vehicle can help avert future occurrences of this error. By staying proactive, vehicle owners can enhance the longevity and efficiency of their Honda CRV transmissions, ensuring a smooth and reliable driving experience over time. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.